So in this video on scale playing, we'll be covering some other scales. We're going to be covering B and F, and also D flat and G flat, because they have very similar fingerings. So the thing that all these have in common is that your thumbs all land together. So if you look at B major, so your thumb is going to land on B and E. Let's look at the left hand. So even though you start with a fourth finger, your thumbs end up landing on B and E as well. So that makes it very convenient, because you're going to cross at the same time. You're going to cross after the thumb, either onto or away from the thumb. Okay, same thing with F. So you have slightly different fingering, but your thumb's going to land on F and C, respectively. Okay, so that makes it kind of easy. So now let's talk about black key fingering. So as a rule, we're never going to start with our thumb on a black key. We're going to start with some other finger. It's always going to be dictated by our thumb. So D flat and G flat are nice because we're going to be using all the black keys. We just have to decide which white keys we're going to be playing with. And there's just going to be two white keys in each scale, and those two white keys are always going to be played by the thumb. So D flat, for example, it's F and C. So it's going to be the same in the left hand as well. Your left hand is going to play F and C with the thumb. So it's going to go like this. Okay, we can also practice the blocks. So the blocks, going back to my first video, the blocks in the black keys are no different. We're just going to be starting halfway through a block. So here, since the block's going to start with the thumb, this first block is actually this one minus the thumb. Okay? So group of 4, group of 3, all the way up. And up top is just going to be 2, 1. Again, minus the third finger because we don't need that note. Okay? Same thing here. Every block includes the thumb, so a mistake sometimes I see people do is that they try to make the blocks exactly the same in the left hand. So if your block was this in the right hand, they try to go like this or something. It totally defeats the purpose of the block, because the block needs to be centered around the thumb, organizing those crosses. So the left hand would be like this. Okay, and G flat is almost identical, just different notes. You're starting on different keys. So blocks. So your thumb is going to land on B and F, or B and E sharp, whatever your scale you're doing, whether it's F sharp or G flat. So, together, your thumbs are going to land together. Okay, so in the next video, I will cover the rest of the scales.